Alright guys, for our buttermilk fried chicken, we need some chicken. Our legs were on sale at the store for $1.59 a pound, so we got a big package of chicken legs with the skin on, 2 cups of buttermilk, and a teaspoon each of cayenne pepper, salt, black pepper, tarragon, garlic powder, onion powder, and paprika. Alright, so the first thing I did is blend up my spices. So I have the salt, black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, tarragon, cayenne or chili powder, and paprika. And I just did a teaspoon of each to make it simple. And I'm going to take that and sprinkle that over some of the chicken that I placed in the bowl already. Okay. Then I'm going to pour a little bit of our buttermilk. I have 2 cups of buttermilk, and I'm going to pour this on top of the chicken. And then I'm going to go ahead and add our other chicken to our bowl. We are going to put some more seasoning on top of them. And then we're going to let them sit in this buttermilk seasoning bath for at least 4 hours or overnight. So these will have a chance to absorb all the seasoning. So I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of my seasoning now in here. And it'll give them a chance to really absorb that buttermilk throughout the whole process overnight or during the 4 hours while they're coated. So I'm going to let these chill and we'll be back in 4 hours. Alright guys, so this has been in the fridge for 4 hours, setting in the buttermilk. I'm going to take out each chicken leg. And you can do the same thing with thighs or breasts or any chicken really. We just happened to get the legs because they were on sale. But I'm going to take each one out and let them rest for about 30 minutes to 1 hour until the buttermilk has kind of dried to the touch. You don't want it really wet when it hits the hot oil. So I'm going to go ahead and get each one of these out and let them sit and rest for 30 minutes to 1 hour. Okay, so while the chicken is resting, you can go ahead and get our dry ingredients together. So I put about 2 to 3 cups of all-purpose flour in this bowl. We have 5 teaspoons of salt, a tablespoon of paprika, a tablespoon of black pepper. I'm going to go ahead and pour those in. And we have 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So we're going to get this all sifted together, and when the chicken is done resting, we will dredge it in our flour. Alright guys, I have moved to my little outdoor kitchen with my burner because the smoke and the fried chicken tends to smell up the inside of my house. So I like to do it outside, and the thermometer currently is reading 375 on the oil, which is perfect. That's exactly what I want it to be to fry my chicken. So I'm going to let that stay exactly where it is. It's on low setting for this. Sometimes it's medium low, but try to keep that consistent oil at 375, or else it might get too hot and burn the outside before it cooks the inside, or it might get too slow and be very greasy type chicken. Alright, so I've got my work surface out here, and what I'm going to do is take each piece of chicken. It is kind of dried to the touch where the buttermilk has kind of dried and set for an hour. I'm going to put each piece into the flour mixture, and I'll just do a couple of these at a time until they are fully coated. A lot of people like to put it in a bag. You can certainly do that and shake it off, or you can just kind of use your fingers and shake off the excess as well. And we're going to put these back on the tray, and they are ready for frying as soon as they get coated. Okay, so I have these last 2 to coat. Put them back on our tray and they are ready for frying. Okay, all of my chicken legs have been dredged in the flour mixture and we are ready to fry it up. Okay, so the most important thing when you're frying your chicken is to try to keep the oil the same temperature. So you don't want to overcrowd your pan. And the chicken has been resting for an hour, so it's not super cold. So we're going to put each piece in. And I'm going to let it cook for about minutes on each side. Now you can cover the dish if you like, and you would cook it for less time because the oil will get really hot really fast if you cover your dish. And that's fine. You just have to make sure that you account for that and you turn it down as needed in order to not burn the chicken on the outside while trying to cook the chicken on the inside. I have put 4 pieces in comfortably, and I'm going to let that sit for about 10 minutes and then we'll flip them over and do another 10 minutes. And it's handy to have a meat thermometer on hand so we can check the temperature and make sure our chicken is getting done. So you can see the chicken is frying up right now. I might bring it up to temperature just a little bit more so that it keeps an even heat on there. Alright, so everything is cooking up fine. We're on our first batch. If you have 2 pans, you can always start 2 pans and have them going at the same time so that you can get your chicken cooked a lot faster. But I just have the one outdoor burner, so I'm just using 1 pan. And the way I'm going to keep this hot is I'm going to put it on a clean tray, not the same tray that my raw chicken was on. So once it comes off, I'll put it on a clean tray and I'm going to move it into an oven at 200 degrees. And that's going to keep it warm until I get all the batches of my chicken done, and then we can serve it at the same time. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. It might take 10 to maybe 14 minutes per each side, but I'm going to go ahead and switch mine over and flip them to the other side. And I'm going to let them cook another 10 minutes or so before I check them with my thermometer. And they're looking pretty good. You can see I just flipped them over. And they are sizzling away. I'm going to turn the oil down just a little bit. It's starting to get a little bit more rambunctious than I want. If it starts really popping or splattering, then you definitely need to check the temperature and turn it down a little bit so it doesn't burn on one side. But these are going to cook for another 8 or 9 minutes now. Alright, so I took these first few pieces out and they are up to temperature, about 166 degrees internally. And I have put in our next batch of chicken. It's going to cook again for about 10 minutes on one side and then we'll flip it over to the other side. In the meantime, I'm going to go take these pieces and put them in our oven to keep them warm at 200 degrees. Chicken is staying warm in the oven. Hey guys, that's our fried chicken. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you try it out and that you and your family enjoy it as much as we do. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below if you'd like to see a different recipe on our channel. Talk to you later. Bye.